Oh, tashi dele, losa tashi dele. Happy losa, tashi dele, everyone. Welcome back to the Lojong session. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we start with short breathing exercise and settle ourselves in the present moment. Yeah, so then refresh our refuge practice in Guru Buddha Dharma Sangha. Strengthen our mindfulness and awareness of the present of Guru Buddha Dharma Sangha, especially of those of us who have initiation, who practice Guru Yoga practices, then strengthen our Guru Yoga practice by seeing clearly in our conviction the oneness of yourself with Guru and the Buddha. And that makes ourselves completely nurtured by Dharma. And that make ourselves as a Sangha. Since ourselves being inseparable from the precious root Guru, then we have the stream of blessing of enlightened qualities through all the past lineage gurus, all the way up to Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, and you feel that by if possible, literally experiencing the union of great bliss and emptiness. The experience of the clear light. having the characteristic of voidness, of losing all the graspings, all the elaborations, and completely emerge into absolute one taste of bliss. If unable to feel that, then at least in understanding, in understanding the oneness of self with the Guru, and rationalize the feel of the absolute blessing of the voidness and the great bliss. So now accept and understand that what you have just experienced is very much in the causal stage of enlightenment, not the resultant stage. But you have tasted it, at least, what the enlightened experience is. Then you actualize even firmer conviction, towards the enlightened state. Guru Buddhahood. Get inspired, get motivated, take unshakable commitment. So even in the causal stage, or even in the state of just simply in the understanding that one can able to experience, unbelievable the union of voidness and bliss, that which is beyond the experience of entire samsaric pleasure or samsaric goodness, then without any doubt, when we are able to achieve the resultant stage of enlightenment, resultant stage of Guru Buddhahood, then that's definitely going to be the most amazing. So therefore, that result won't achieve without having a correct and complete cause. Just wishing for it won't come in our way. We need to create causes for that. The best way to create the causes are the abundance of accumulation of merit and method, merit of wisdom. So to do that is to generate, cultivate, and engage the aspirational and engaging, bodhisattvas conduct, and that start with at least, expressing, at least in our intention, start with that towards any action that we perform, and that is the most powerful way for us to accumulate two kind of merit, and that will sweeten our journey towards actualizing the resultant Guru Buddha Dharma, resultant Guru Buddha within ourselves. So therefore, here generate altruistic attitude towards our rest of our existence, in particularly for this year, this life, this year, this month, this very day, and this very session, to be complete cause, not only oneself to achieve that Guru Buddha state, but also to actualize rest of the numberless sentient beings, starting from your own this present life's mother to the state of the Guru Buddhahood. For that, then I'm going to engage in this Dharma discourse, in particularly going to engage in this essence of the Mahayanic Dharma, the Lojong practice. Sanje Jadang Zoje Jonala, Janju Bado Dane Jazoje, Daji Zoje Zonamje, Dola Benje Sanje Drubaraijo, Sanje Chedang Zoje Jonamla, Janju Bado Dane Jazoje, Daji Zoje Zonamje, Dola Benje Sanje Drubaraijo. Sanje Jadang Zoje Jonala, Janju Bado Dane Jazoje, Daji Zoje Zonamje, Dola Benje Sanje Drubaraijo, Sanje Chedang Zoje Jonala, Janju Bado Dane Jazoje, Daji Zoje Zonam Dola Benje Sanje Drubaraijo, Gange Doze Nezone, Dawa Damje Bambeche Dambeche Nedende, Magodam Dela Janzelo. Tony Ninja Sundo Jubela Mazeje Zenjo Ganje Dende Chana Bemo Tenzin Jazola Soa Depso Da Jinje Semje Damje Dewada Deve Judan Debra Juje Semje Damje Dunga Da Dunga Jejudan Dawa Juje Semje Damje Dunga Mebe Dewada Midawa Juje Semje Damje Nirecha Da Nidan Dawe Danyum La Nebra Juje Semje Damje Dewada Deve Judan Debra Juje Semje Damje Dunga Da Dunga Jejudan Dawa Juje Semje Damje Dunga Mebe Dewada Midawa Juje Semje Damje Nirecha Da Nidan Dawe Danyum La Nebra Juro. Okay, thank you. Yeah, we are still studying Well of Sharp Weapon by Dhammarakshita, and we are at page 137 if you are using the great collections of Lojong texts. And we have covered up to the verse 29. And on last session, one of very important subject that we have covered, the teachings on the importance of understanding and being mindful in the wisdom of impermanent, death and impermanent, always equipped with the mind of renunciation towards samsara and its causes through the being mindful in the nature of impermanent and death. So today, today we will start from verse 30. So it says, when I continue to regress despite all my efforts, it is the weapon of evil karma turning upon me for defying karma and the law of cause and effect. From now on, I will strive to accumulate merits. It's very obvious that in the stages in the life, whether to do with spiritual practice or worldly responsibilities, that how much we put effort, how hard work we do, somehow just don't succeed. Just conclude with the empty result at the end. When we look at the general the picture of samsaric life, to do with our this samsaric life, we never want to get old, we never want to get sick, we never want to get closer to death, and we put entire our time, entire our life gathering resources to keep us young, to keep us healthy, and to keep us longevity. But somehow, it's like a waterfall, rapidly, going towards the end. Whatever we wishes, just somehow not going that way. It's very much going the other side, other way. You see, and these are is due to in the past lifetime not obeying karmic law, cause and effect, not accumulating merits. If we have accumulated enough merit by understanding and following the respecting the karmic law, cause and effect in the past, by now we must have already achieved the Vajra body, indestructible Vajra body of the Buddha. We had a choice in the past that within that very lifetime to achieve the indestructible Vajra body of the Buddha. We have a choice to actualize Buddhahood then. We had many choice of actualize Buddhahood, in many lifetime. There are numberless Buddhas have appeared to guide us in the past. Even within the 1,000 fortunate Buddha, 4 major Buddhas have already came into existence just within this southern wall, and somehow we tend to miss to take the opportunity to follow the path, to respect the karmic law, cause and effect, and accumulate merit and get enlightened. And that clearly can see our lack of mindfulness and effort, even in this life. You see, we are born in the era of Shakyamuni Buddha's teachings are still alive freshly, and more than that, like enlightened Buddha, like compassionate Buddha in a human guru form, who always granting teaching and guiding us, like His Holiness the Dalai Lama is a abundance of teachings, and himself living among us, and it's still we can see, we look into our own mind, still we get distracted. We get distracted with our worldly concerns, very much overwhelmed with 8 worldly concerns, very much stuck in the view of permanent grasping to the life. Then still, no mindfulness, therefore unintentionally commit so many negative karmas, or and in many ways, sometimes even commit intentionally negative karmas. It's huge disaster, you see. So so you see, so therefore really have to looking at the samsaric nature that we have to go through. We definitely have to wake up, wake up from the norm of samsara. If we are unable to wake up this time, then we may need to sleep in samsara, be in samsara for long eons of lifetime, so therefore so this teaching is alerting us, you see, all those failure that what we wish for, it is due to the lacking of merit. is due to the negative karma that we committed in the past. The samsara itself is the result of negative karma of the past. You see, how we commit negative karma? Because of not obeying the law, karmic law, cause and effect. Because of that, you see. You see, there's so many loved ones in our life that we do not wish to be separated. And we put so much effort. In the entire life, we put effort. But then we encounter dispute in life. We encounter arguments. We encounter unpleasant times. We even encounter complete separation, physically. Either we pass away from this life, or either our loved one pass away from this life. You see, why this thing happened? Because of lack of merit, because of due to the past karma that created the cause for samsara. Because of that, you see, even to do with you see, wealth. You see, very much in the world. Even from the parent side, the main intention of sending a little boy and girl to the school is hoping that they will have a comfortable life, that they will have a good education, so that they will get a good job, so they will get a good money, so they will have a happy life, like that kind of motivation. The way how we study in the school also, very much hoping for a better job, better money, therefore study hard. Many like that. You see. So then after I finish the study, then it's one single focus for everybody. Find job, isn't it? Find job. You see. Then after we find job, then the single focus to save money, isn't it? You see. But now many of us already in the mid age, and many of us already 2/3 of our life is already gone. You see. And you see, we wanted to achieve amazing samsaric way of achievement, but then somehow didn't happen. Maybe physically, maybe someone may able to accumulate so much money, but then still there's so much dissatisfaction. That means you are unable to fulfill your purpose. You see, maybe someone already living in the big house, driving big car, but then still emotionally struggle. You see, still dissatisfied about life, and that shows that things didn't went the way how we want. You see, so why everything end up like that? It's because of lacking of merit, because of not obeying the karmic law, cause and effect. You see, in the past lifetime, it's because of that. You see, so therefore, if we don't like the samsaric way, if we don't like samsara, if we don't like what is happening to us, this samsaric turmoil, then from now on, one should strive to accumulate merit. So when we talk about strive to accumulate merit, here not only talking about ordinary virtue, here talking about accumulate the merit of method and merit of wisdom, meaning we conduct the virtuous deeds that infused by the 6 paramitas, 6 perfections. Like in the Lamrim, in the treatise, from the 6 paramita, the early 5 paramitas are regarded as the part of method. Then the number 6, regarded as a part of wisdom. So since it's the part of earlier 5 of the 6 paramita, like such as practice of morality, practice of generosity, practice of patience, practice of joyous effort in dharma and virtue, a practice of concentrations, whatever action that comes out of that become the cause to actualize the merit of method, and that will cause to actualize, Buddha's body. Then any action that perform in the mind of the number 6, the wisdom of emptiness of self, wisdom of emptiness of the rest of the phenomena, in the understanding of, in the view, or in the understanding of the wisdom of emptiness, then whatever action that we perform through our body, speech, and mind create the causes to accumulate merit of wisdom, and that will result the Buddha's wisdom body, the absolute liberation. You see, so this is what talking about. Yeah. Then verse 31, it says, when all the religious rituals I perform go amiss, it is the weapon of evil karma turning upon me for investing hope and expectation in force of darkness. From now on, I will turn away from force of darkness. So you see, when we experience, when we pray, the prayer somehow, don't grant the blessing. The prayers are not fulfilled. How much pujas that we do, somehow there's no effectiveness, bringing the result. When certain obstacle comes in our way, then we engage in application of antidote. The antidotes, not becoming effective. The obstacle persist. Like such as when we feel when our health got difficulty, then try to perform antidote as a medicine Buddha practice, but then the health deterioration persists. Then when we get harm of spirits, get harm of worldly gods, nagas, landlords, you see, then to overcome that, then we try to practice refuge, but then somehow the obstacles still persist. You see, then like such as a job got problem, business got problem, and try to perform like such as like Tara Puja, but obstacle persist. You see, obstacle persist, etc. If this is happening, then this is the result of, in the past lifetime or even within this lifetime, investing our refuge in dark forces. You see, dark forces, putting faith and conviction in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, rather put faith and conviction in spirit, charm, magics. Then, so superstitiously, people do unbelievable, unbelievable, nasty things, showing very clearly there's a distrust in Buddha, and a discount in Buddha's ability, even to those who already met the Buddha Dharma, who already have refuge. But then, when it comes to Buddha, it's like secondary, and rather we give our hope and refuge take hope and you give hope and take refuge under landlords, under spirits, under nagas. That happens. That happens. And those are the dark forces, negative forces. You see, in particularly the karma that committed by using harmful forces, like there are superstitious practice. It happens in the Himalayas nowadays. I don't know, but in the past, you see, is unbelievable wrong view. If you poison meditators, then you will achieve great merit, then great wealth and great longevity. Such kind of wrong view. Then you poison the meditators like that, and you poison richer people, like that. Even Milarepa was poisoned, by people who carry such wrong view. Even my late master, late Geshela Mokoncho, who was meditating, in the midst of meditation, he was forced to take a poisonous yogurt, and that lady, believing that lady was brainwashed and believing that by giving this poison to the meditator, then she will have longevity and she will be rich. You see, like that. So these are relying hope and expectation in the dark forces, like that. You see, so this way, then this kind of people, when they pray, when they perform practices, you see, there's no blessing. There's no blessing like that. So even in our case, if we experience the practices, the pujas that we perform, that we feel that there's no effectiveness, then we have to understand that in the past lifetime, we too may have committed such kind of karma, such kind of reliance on the dark forces. You see, so in order to purify that, then from now on, I will turn away from the dark forces, meaning making sure that not to take refuge not to take refuge other than the Buddha Dharma Sangha. You see, in particularly, not to rely on black magics, superstitious belief in the dark, very harmful like mantras, harmful spirits, harmful gods, like that. So in another way of understanding this teaching is that whenever we find little power, little benefit in our ritual practices, an example, like ritual or like pujas, then the main element that we need to focus is to strengthen our refuge. Strengthen our refuge. If we feel a little power in Tara Puja, then we cannot think that Tara has no ability. Tara Puja has no ability, because we have to understand there's a interdependent condition from our side is lacking, and that is the irresistible faith and the conviction, the refuge in the Tara, and that is lacking. You see, so to whenever we perform any kind of pujas, any kind of practices, the most important element that our side have to get ready to bring the effectiveness of the pujas and prayers is have a very, very stable, refuge, 100% reliance, 100% trust. Is it like that? And sometimes I find, some students, they ask help. They say, oh, they got business problem. So, let's say an example. So let's say I recommend them to do Tara Puja, or the Tara practice, or pray to Tara. Then they say, okay, definitely, I will do Tara Puja. Is there anything else that I should do? So that already shows that, there's a discount, complete trust on Tara. There's something that you need to add on to, like as if like Tara has only limited capability, So I find like that. You see, yes, there are so many different type of pujas, in accordance with the different karmic, circumstances of the sentient being. But then, whatever practice, whatever Buddhas, according with your karmic affinity, comes in your way, like as a advice from the lamas or someone that who do observation, then it comes, whatever deity. Then the most important thing is just 100% settle in that, 100% trust in that. From your side, you see, everything arises from interdependent existence. So therefore, you have to create the complete condition of irreducible faith and trust and hope and faith in the Tara. In that way, then the puja or the practice is going to be unbelievably effective, you see. Otherwise, like 50-50, like that, you see. Then also sometimes some students, they just divide their faith into so many different deities, so many different deities, divide. You can have so many different deities, but you can have equal 100% faith. Like when you pray to Tara, then you also pray to Medicine Buddha and Cheresi. When you practice Tara, you see entirety of numberless Buddhas in Tara, inseparable from Cheresi, inseparable from Medicine Buddha. You see? So when it comes to the Medicine Buddha practice, then you see entirety of Tara's capability in the Medicine Buddha, entire rest of the Buddha in Medicine Buddha, and you practice Medicine Buddha because there's a interdependent circumstances there. You see, you are not rejecting Tara's capability. You are not rejecting, you see, others like Cheresi's practices. You are doing Medicine Buddha practice because of there's a circumstances, interdependent circumstances there. You see, but some ordinary beings, when there's options of Tara, Medicine Buddha, Cheresi, etc. So when you focus on Tara, as if, in your understanding, like Medicine Buddha do not have the ability what Tara has. You see, Cheresi don't have the full ability what Tara has. You discount them, you see. So that is not right. You see, that is not right. You just see, you just understand the interdependent circumstances, but one taste. All the Buddhas has one taste, same ability. So that's important, you see. There's some student, some friends, they face business problem, and they have been praying to, let's say, Tara, and sometimes literally whole life they're praying, whole life they're practicing, and during good time they never say this is Tara's blessing, but when the bad time they come and say, Tara didn't help me. I've been praying to Tara whole life, but now I am having a lot of business problem. It's you created so much other negative causes. Then one thing is you don't have a refuge. You've been relying here and there, hope one and hope. So how to bring like absolute benefit? You see, even Tara want to help you, also you reject it. You discount him, you discount her. Her ability, isn't it? So it become like that. You see. So therefore, since we are introduced to so many deities, so many Buddhas, and so many gurus, one thing have to be very careful is that, uh, among the gurus, we don't see limitations. You say, oh, this guru is better, that guru is, like lesser. No such thing. If that happens, it's obstruction to your mind, obstacle to your mind. You see. So yes, this guru in the interdependent circumstances, yes, he or she is my root guru. Yeah, but the rest are the emanation of this root guru. To fulfill the different circumstances of interdependent different circumstances. So similar goes with the deities, you see. So then that way, we also protect our mind from committing the karma of abandoning Dharma, karma of abandoning Guru, karma of abandoning the, Sangha, karma of abandoning Buddha, So you see, otherwise, it can create a lot of negativities unknowingly. So something like that. So then verse 32, when my prayers to the three jewels are important, it is the weapon of evil karma turning upon me for not entrusting myself to the Buddha's way. From now on, I will rely solely on the three jewels. So it's very much similar to the verse 31. Verse 31 is more towards the Buddha refuge. The verse 32 is very much more towards the Dharma refuge. But both of the verse is very much talking about the importance of practice of refuge. Refuge in the qualified object of refuge. When my prayers to the three jewels are important. Even you have refuge, but then you feel, even whenever you do practices, you feel powerless, then it is the karma of entrusting myself to the Buddha's way. Means it's due to the karma of, having not full trust in Dharma, full trust in, Guru's advice, full trust in Buddha's advice, which are the Dharma, because of that. So therefore, from now on, then I will solely rely on the three jewels. So from now on, in good time, bad time, in any situation, for protection, for blessing, you rely completely and seek from Guru, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Okay, so this is a important commitment of refuge. Once we take refuge in Guru, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, then after taking refuge in Buddha, the one of the precept is not to take refuge in unenlightened beings, like spirits, like worldly gods. After taking refuge in the Dharma, then we're not supposed to take refuge in non-dharmic advices, like scriptures. You see, those who are against the words of those who are against the Buddha's teaching, like such as the emptiness view, such as altruistic attitude, practice of non-violence, practice of interdependent view of interdependent existence. So anything that against that, we shouldn't rely on to it. We should avoid. So like what it says, the great final Nirvana Sutra says, those who go to the three jewels for refuge come closer to the truly virtuous. They never go to other deities for refuge. So the other deities referring to the worldly gods and the spirits, Even within the Buddhist countries, there's so many who never studied Buddha Dharma, but who, family lineage, culturally they are Buddhists, and many they are taking refuge in spirits, many taking refuge in worldly gods. You see, there's no proper refuge at all in actual object of the refuge, which is the enlightened being, Buddha Dhamma Sangha. You see, so that's why you see the education of introducing what are the object of refuge. From very initial, even that is so crucial. Even in the Buddhist countries, as far as concerned with the non-Buddhist countries, definitely, the very first thing to teach the very basic, fundamental, Buddha's path, which is the teachings on the refuge. The reason given in the teaching that why it is important to take refuge in the qualified object of refuge is, if we take refuge in other deities, such as worldly gods, they themselves not liberated from samsara. How they're going to liberate us from samsara? That's given as a reason. You see, so when we talk about engaging in Buddha's path, is for liberation. It is not just to have a happy life. That's not good enough. Is not for just to get rich. That is not good enough. You see, the Buddha's path is, yes, all the goodness in life will comes by the way, but the ultimate purpose is to actualize full liberation, from entirety of the silent existent. So due to this reason, the guide that we choose has to be someone already achieved that state of liberation, you see, and that is Buddha. Otherwise, we will be misguided, or we will be guided in a limited way. These are the reasons that given in the teachings of refuge. Verse 33, when my imagination arises as a will and possessor spirit, is the weapon of evil karma turning upon me for accumulating negative karma against the deities and their mantras. So here the deities is referring to the enlightened beings, such as Buddhas, such as meditational deities, and their mantra, their name, like Buddha's names, the sutras, and the deities' names and the mantras. You see, so when someone experiences hallucinational appearance of spirits, dark forces, especially spirits, someone who always sees spirits, someone you see, instead of seeing Buddha, instead of seeing deity, see the opposite force. If such experiences happen, then that is the karma of accumulating negative karma against the Buddhas and the deities, and it is practices like the mantras and the sutras. You see, so against the deities, meaning letting go of the refuge in the Buddhas, letting go of the like initiation commitments. After we take initiation, then we let go of the commitments. We renounce the commitment. We renounce the practice, thinking there's no benefit. Then even in conventional level, like destroying holy objects, like destroying Buddha's images, destroying deities' images, giving up, those holy objects. Some practitioner in their life, because of they never studied Dharma properly. They didn't learn the Dharma, but they are long time in Dharma. They know so many gurus. Even my life, I witnessed there are people like that. 30, 40 over years. They met amazing gurus. Enlightened gurus. Then they attended amazing teachings from so many enlightened gurus. They have huge libraries of the Dharma books. They have so many deities, and even the deities images they choose the best, the best, the physical appearance, like in a gold, like golden Buddha statues. Even the tangas are like painted by gold ink, like that. But at some time in the life, totally lost faith and give up. Even the statues and tangas, everything throw away. Everything discard, renounce, totally renounce the guru and renounce the refuge. It happens like that. You see, it happens. One of the reasons is that not equipping the qualities of the Buddha's student, the qualities of the follower of the Buddha, that what describe Ayadeva's 400 stanza, that I describe non-partisan, the three qualities, non-partisan, wisdom, and equipping effort. Non-partisan meaning that your purpose of knowing Guru, learning Dharma, having Dharma books, having statues, having tangas, having many sutras, attending Dharma events, getting closer to the Buddha, getting closer to the Guru. Everything should be for the purpose of liberation, for enlightenment, nothing more than that. Not at all for anything to do with the samsaric thing. Not at all to do with anything about worldly concerns. No expectation at all to do with the worldly concerns. It's absolutely focused for enlightenment. As long as there's an enlightenment, as long as there's a liberation, enlightenment benefit by relating to this guru, correct. We are the student equipping correct qualification, and definitely will receive the benefit. Buying Dharma books, reading Dharma books, if we carry the correct intention, the quality of non-partisan, focusing on liberation, when you read the Dharma books, it will surely be benefited. When you attend the Dharma classes, solely to receive benefit for liberation, enlightenment, without any doubt, definitely going to receive immense of spiritual benefit through any Dharma discourses. You see, similar for that purpose, for liberation purpose, then you buy statue. You invite statue, you invite holy objects. Whether to do with the gold, whether to do with the clay, or even just one thumb nail size tata made from clay. There's not even a color painted, nothing. And that will bring the benefit of liberation, enlightenment. Otherwise, even you have a giant, complete gold, made out of a gold statue, at the end of the day, since yourself don't equip that quality, it will come to a disaster event. You see, if within this life, if you are unable to gain, genuine benefit of having that statue, rather there's an even danger of discarding it. As I mentioned before, there are students who do that. You see, I witnessed that. You see, If that don't happen in a lifetime, when we pass away from this life, your own golden statue may be the reason to tie yourself in the samsara or drag yourself in the lower realm. Because at the time of dying, you can't let go of your golden statue, It's not because you can't let go of Buddha, you can't let go of gold, which made up a statue. Now you worry, someone will take away my gold, golden statue. The gold that which given just painted the name of Buddha only, but actually the matter is the gold. You see? So with the attachment of the golden statue, you pass away, without any doubt, will born into the lower realm. You see? So there's a story that I've shared before. There's one meditator. And staying with his attendant. And that meditator occasionally give appointment to the visitors, who come and seek blessings. So when the visitor come, they make offerings like a gold coin, some valuable things. And after the visitor leaving, the meditator always go behind his meditation hut, and he doesn't allow his attendant to follow him. So then, so one day this meditator passed away, and the attendant has such a pure view on his guru. He thought that my guru, that who been meditating for so long, surely will be liberated. Surely will achieve higher status, and will even have a reincarnation. In a higher status. You see, either as like reincarnated Lama, or or enlightened, or reside in the Pure Land, etc. So he just want to know where his guru is, as a form of inspiration to know, because of he has so much respect to him. So the attendant went to ask one of the senior meditators around that area who has clairvoyant capability, and asked where my master born after he passed away. Then the clairvoyant meditator told the attendant, saying that you look for your master behind the retreat hut. So then he went to look for the master, but he could not find him. Then after that, again he consulted and says that you trace the footprint of where you trace the footprint. Like usually that master always go behind the retreat hut. So you trace the footprint. So he traced the footprint, and he reached to a point that where there's a sign of digging soil. So then he opened it. He cleared the soil and he checked it, and he saw one frog, guarding, like frog, like covering something. So then again he went back to the meditator and said that I didn't see my master. I only saw one frog covering something. Then the clairvoyant master says that, oh, that frog is your master's reincarnation. He said, how come? Not possible. He said, how come? He said, yes, your master, whatever offering that he'd been receiving, the valuable offerings he'd been hiding under the ground. And at the time that when he passed away, he didn't even get a chance to let you know where it is. And he was attached, because those are valuable things. So he was thinking, he was holding on or grasping or attached to those possessions that he hid there, and he passed away. And because of that, he reincarnated as a frog, continue to guard, that valuable things. You see, so this is the example. You see, this is the example. Even if we own you see, golden Buddha statue, if we don't know the purpose of why having golden Buddha statue, it can even be disaster for our for our journey. You see, but if we know that the purpose of golden statue is as an inspiration to benefit others, starting from yourself to benefit, for the purpose of enlightenment or liberation, then at the time of dying, you have no grasping. You still remain. You rather see that golden statue as an actual Buddha. You see, so the actual Buddha, when you remember it, it benefits to you. It benefits to you. It is an antidote to the grasping. You see, so so like that. Yeah, the point of saying this, you see, relying relying solely on the three jewels. You see, so relying solely on the three jewels. To have that understanding, we need to understand the purpose. You see, purpose is liberation and enlightenment. Therefore, you solely rely on the triple gem. So in order to do that, we need to have a basic understanding of the qualities of Buddha, basic understanding qualities of the Dharma, basic understanding qualities of the Sangha. After having that, then we will not rely on those objects of refuge which are not qualified. You see, you see. So that way, then not only this life, also protect us from future lifetimes. You see, when we have one of the benefit of having pure refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha is that ensure us that immediate rebirth from this life will definitely not fall to the three lower realms. Just knowing that is so powerful. You see, so and from there we understand how important to have a steady and pure, complete, solely reliance on the triple gem. Yeah. So I'm talking about the accumulating negative karma against the deities and its mantra. So I was sharing. Just now I was distracted. I was sharing the story. You see, so it is something that we have to understand broadly. In every aspect, because there's a danger of accumulating such karma in many events, like even when we have too many Dharma books, and if we don't keep respectfully, there's a danger of creating karma of disrespect. You see. So we need to treat the Dharma material very respectfully. Otherwise, we may accumulate a karma similar to against its mantras, sutras like that. Then, like when we make tsatsas or statues or paintings, we really have to keep with much respect. So if one are unable to keep them, then you bring to the temples, you put in the stupas, where others will venerate them, accumulate, become an object of others' accumulation of merit, like that. Even if someone that live in the family where the rest of the family not Buddhists, don't appreciate the holy object that you have, like including malas, Vajra bell, Dharma books, Guru's pictures, Buddha's pictures. Then if one go through certain terminal ill, or there is a chances of one may not able to protect them respectfully, then just make the decision and bring them to the temples. You donate to the temples, or you offer as a gift, as a token of as inspiration, like as a gift or object of aspiration to the fellow Dharma brothers sisters, in particular those newcomers, that who don't have much of the inspirational objects, like such as pictures, like such as statues or tangas, or like ritual items like malas, Vajra bell, etc. Then you offer as an inspirational gift for them to use it, to inspire them, so they don't have to spend money to buy, and it is so beneficial for you, as you accumulate the karma of generosity, you accumulate the karma of respecting the holy object, you accumulate the karma of conditioning others' inspiration in Dharma practices, you see. So so it's my personal belief is like this. When we are first time, newcomers in the spiritual practice, then it is beneficial to have, all these many different, object of inspiration, like almost all the different items, like starting from mala, then like a statue or picture or whatever you have. So because you need a lot of external help to inspire you, because you are new, your heart is not nurtured yet. But once you are well soaked into Dharma, well nurtured in Dharma, you already got a firm understanding, you see, and already reached to a point that your focus is more on now meditation, reflection, not much kind of like outer, gathering of, resources of, inspirational objects. More of you have gathered enough of that. Now is really settle yourself and contemplate and meditate. When you reach in that kind of state, then try to limit as much as possible of those things including the ritual items, you see. Then move towards more like the Milarepa style, Milarepa's lifestyle, especially of those of us that who don't have any followers, like students, or in the family, there's no other generation that who may follow up in your practice. If there's a people that who follow in practice, then whatever you have, they will use it. But if you are more of solitary practitioner, in whatever circumstances you are more of solitary in your practice, then everything try to utilize the mind rather than physical objects. You see, whenever you need to use mala, like instead of using a mala, physical mala, you use your fingers. You see, like Om, like that. You see, when you use Vajra bell, you use the mudra like this. You see, like that. So you don't have to worry about what will happen if I die, or if I suddenly, suddenly lost my memory. Then who going to respect my Vajra bell like that? So no need to concern about that. Then all the Dharma books, you see, you have studied so much now. It's so difficult to remember every single words of every single text. but there's a way that you can summarize in your understanding. You see, you already glance all the scriptures, and you found that, okay, this section of Dharma teachings from this book, that book actually is talking about this. From this book, this book, talking about this. From this section, talking about that. It's very much like combining everything into three principal aspects of the path. Then that you keep in your mind, you see, like practice of renunciation, practice of bodhicitta, practice of emptiness. So you know this very well. So whatever way that you want to elaborate in your mind, then whatever you have studied, you refer to that in your memory, in your understanding. So there's no physical text, you see, not much of physical text like that. As far as concerned with the holy objects, Guru's picture. Now, Guru's picture is your own mind. You see, Buddha's picture is your own mind. You see, the stupas is your own mind. The scriptures, the text is your own mind. So everything is like your own mind. You see, so there's no physical anything like that. You see, then like suddenly that you cannot return home. You have no worries. Like that. So yeah, get more and more, less and lesser things. You see, the more intense practice you start to do, the lesser external material things it gets. So this is what I think. And our like my precious guru, late Guru Geshela, he did exactly the same way, like this. The way he lived is exactly like the Milarepa way. He have studied so much, and after complete the study, everything, the material thing is, they have nothing, but everything has in his understanding. You see, so even now, where he used to live is very much everything like we created for him. From his side, he have nothing. As when it comes to the object side, is nothing. You see, and ultimately, what counts is the realization alone. Nothing else. Nothing material object can able to help us. Only the realization in our continuum can able to, guide us, save us, liberate us, and that is the one that which become Buddha, isn't it? So I'm talking in this relation to, not to, protect us from committing karma of abandoning Dharma. In other words, against, holy objects. You see, because that will bring obstacle to hallucinate our mind. I remember there's one student that right in front of the actual, Buddha's image, for her, she always see like a pretas and demons, and sometime for her, she see like Yametaka, but she apprehend as a ghost. Maybe it's appearing Yametaka, but her understanding just cannot accept it's Yametaka. But most of the time, she see is spirits, pretas, ghosts like that. But even occasionally, if she see real, like appearance of the deity, her heart just simply flip the other way, say, okay, I'm seeing like this, but definitely it is a demon, like that. So these are the hallucinational appearances. So this is what he's talking about. The imagination arises as a will and possessor spirits. You see, and there are also people that who easily get possessed by spirits, and and these are the karma that committed abandoning Dharma, against Dharma, against or destroying the holy objects, destroying the Dharma, like that. So you see. So then also when we talk about destroying the Dharma, not only not only the external. If one cause someone to renounce the Dharma, bring discouragement to the to someone who is practicing Dharma, that is also equal as destroying the Dharma. That is destroying the Dharma in someone. You see, so therefore, when we are among with others, if we cannot inspire others to practice, but we cannot be obstacle to diminish, someone's faith, aspiration, conviction in Buddha Dharma Sangha, Guru Buddha Dharma Sangha. It's a heavy karma, heavy karma. So you can see how heavy karma is that, easy to possess by spirits, and haunted by hallucinations. These are very, very, very dangerous, very negative, isn't it? Nagarjuna's precious garland, it says, wrong view lead to bad views, and drinking to confusion of the mind. Okay, the hallucinations, confusions. Here is talk. In the precious garland is also talk about intoxication. Also creates the karma to hallucinate our mind. So verse 34: when I'm lost and wander like a powerless man, it is the weapon of evil karma turning upon me for driving others, such as my guru, away from their bodies. From now on, I will expel no one from their home. Yeah. Lost and wander like a powerless man. There's an external aspect and the internal. In our mind. Wander restlessly. In a worldly pursuit. A pursuit of desire. To gather. The object of desire. Then restlessly wander to discard, by following the aggression, you see. Then more than that, completely empty of Dharma, total in the darkness, meaninglessly, completely live a life total meaningless, no virtue at all, no Dharma at all, you see. So this is what called lost and wander like a powerless man, you see. And this is because of driving others, such as my guru, away from their bodies. So it's talking about, you see, like such as monasteries, retreat huts, especially to, retreat huts, monasteries, then the visions of the gurus or Buddhas, destroying them, such action will create such kind of karma. Or bringing you see, capturing the mandala of your guru, with aggression, occupying, the freedom of guru's practice, guru's visions, so in such way, create such a heavy karma like that. Or in the temple, the act of stealing, like such as holy objects, where those holy objects which are already consecrated in that particular temple or that on that particular altar, then you take away, when holy objects, especially in the temples, is after consecrate, the object is belong to there, and that is the deity's mandala. That is mandala of that statue or that sculpture. Then someone just misplace it. Someone destroy it by stealing it or just discarding from that place. And that is what it means. Drive others, such as my guru, away from their bodies. From their mandala, like that. You see. In another word, destroying, statues, sculptures, stupas on their own right, on their own wherever that they are reciting. You see. So such will accumulate such karma. Then another way of understanding is always disturbing the heart of the Buddha, disturbing the heart of the Bodhisattvas, disturbing the heart of the Guru through one's misbehavior. Through one's misbehavior, destroying their samadhi. Also can understand like that. So because of that, then in our life, we will be completely under the control of delusion and wander endlessly, meaninglessly, entire our life. You see. So these are very, very heavy karma. So from now on, I will expel no one from their home. You see. So from now on, I will respect, all those holy objects, all those holy beings, all those practices, wherever it is, however they do, in whatever way they were cultivating, will support them, will respect them, if in case there's someone cause defect to that, then I will assist in restoring them. So therefore, in Buddhist practice, there's one of very powerful virtue is restoring holy objects, restoring temples, restoring holy objects like stupas, even restoring, someone made a chacha, but then the chacha got defect, and you voluntarily and help to restore it. You are very much like bringing back, that holy object onto their home, onto their mandala. Immense of merit is there. When there's a destroyed stupas, you see that, then you restore them. If you see certain sculpture that losing words, then you add those words, missing words. Or if the certain sculpture, the words are not clear, then you make it clear, with the writing over it. All these are the act of placing, those holy blessing onto their own home, their own mandala, their own samadhi, their own practice. You see, like that. So when calamities such as frost and hailstorm occurred, it is the weapon of evil karma turning upon me for failing to properly observe my pledge and moral precepts. From now on, I will keep my pledge vow purely. Yeah. So the elemental disturbances, the climate disturbances. So these are the karmic result of breaking promises, breaking commitments. If those are people who are not religious, but then disrespecting nature, disrespecting nature's own right. Those who are religious practitioner then got religious precepts. Like Buddhist practitioner, we have so many pledges, like refuge, 5-lay vows, Buddhist vows, tantric vows, ordination vows. So if any of these vows, all of these vows, precepts are to bring peace, to bring virtuous contribution, to bring conducive conditions to the harmony of nature, harmonies of the world, harmonies of the environment, harmonies of the living beings. So even you see, if you observe one vow, you have a huge contribution. You're able to offer huge contribution to the peace and happiness of the world. If you defect, then you also lost great opportunity of contribution. Not only that, since you pledge it, you break it, then create heavy karma. Create heavy karma, and those karmas are very much cause for these elemental disturbances, natural disasters, etc. You see, uh, so therefore, from now on, I will keep my pledge vows purely. Then it is so important for the peace and happiness of the world, peace and happiness, peace and harmonies of the elements, the cosmic elements, um, outer elements, inner elements, secret elements, to bring harmony. Observation of the vows are very, very important. And not so for that, then if any transgression happened to any precept that we took, it is so important, to without delaying, to revive them. So as I mentioned before, I don't know whether the Lojong class or the Lamrim class, I don't know, talk about like individual liberation vows, like Sangha vows, then try to restore by attending sojongs, and at least in our day-to-day life, you apply four opinion power to purify those can be purified. Then those other Buddhist vows, every day you retake the vows, and that is one of the best way to purify the transgressions and restore it. Similar goes to the tantric vow, and like doing 6 session guru yoga practices will help to purify the transgressions and restore the vows. Then retaking those vows from our spiritual gurus, like such as refuge, every day, at least take 6 minimum, like 6 times, you take refuge vow again and again, so like that. Then in particularly many of us who as a Mahayanic practitioner who take Lojong teaching as a hard practice, then all of us, our main practice is the Bodhisattva precepts, Buddhist vows. And just recently, His Holiness Dalai Lama mentioned that the best way to not to transgress 18 root vows and 46 secondary vows of the Bodhisattva precepts, and also to preserve well and develop them well, the best way is to always, always apply antidote, or always protect our mind from the intrusion of the influence of self-grasping and self-cherishing attitude. He's only saying, as long as we're able to protect our mind under the guidance or the influence of self-grasping and self-cherishing attitude, and if our mind stay intact with that, then quite sure that we stay intact with our Bodhisattva precepts, and that way also help to develop Bodhisattva precepts like that. Then whenever there's a natural disasters, one of effective practice that usually recommend, like taking 8 minor precepts, wherever there's a natural disaster happening or there's a danger of happening, then either in the group or individually, take effort to observe 8 minor precept. There's one time in Taiwan, had a huge, had some earthquake, and there's a prediction of going to have a huge destructive earthquake. Then under the guidance of Gyaltsen Lama Sopa Rinpoche, and my late guru Geshe Lama Konjo happened to be in Taiwan. Then they organize. Of course, there's no way that everybody can gather in one place to take the 8 minor precept. So Geshela went to the TV studio. Then from there, granted the 8 minor precept. I heard, if not millions, many hundreds of thousands of people on that day took 8 minor precept together then the prediction of that huge earthquake didn't happen. You see, so whatever it is, the 8 minor precepts are regarded very, very effective antidote to prevent, to overcome. At least even in case there's a collective karma to experience the natural disaster very heavily, but when you take the minor precept, at least you can able to protect from experiencing the consequences of the collective karma of the natural disaster there. You see, so you can see in many places, where everywhere is burning, but then one particular house, one particular family is stay intact. Entire land is completely destroyed by earthquake and many devastating happens, but then one particular people, family, they stay intact. All these are play of karma. So therefore, even though it's a collective karmic experiences, but we can still help ourselves at least. If we cannot protect everybody, but at least can able to, help us to protect ourselves, which is, keeping pure vows, and in immediate, easy way to strengthen, our pure ethical immune system is like such as by refreshing the vows. Then on top of that, taking 8 minor precepts, practicing 8 minor precepts like that. Okay, so I will stop here. Yeah, so now we do a short dedication. Of course, I would say the collective merit through this session, as well as the merit committed, virtues committed by past, present, future Buddhas and all the sentient beings, dedicate for the temporary happiness and ultimate happiness of numberless sentient beings up to the state of full enlightenment. May this collective merit be complete cause for all the sentient beings who pass away, in particularly those of who pass away in last 49 days, and also to those people who give a name, like such as Madam R.Q. Cheng, Madam Ki R. Lek, Scott Wen Wingle, Jen Yu Peng, Len Ru Fong, Little Harvey, Cheng Kok Hong, Ong Cho Yi, Len Fat, Kiki, then the I can't remember, there's one dog. So then anyone who passed away, especially weeks ago, there's a great bushfire that happened in Western Australia. There's so many insects and animals that must have died. So we also keep them in our dedication of prayer. So through these collective merit vows, may they be free from the suffering of death, suffering of intermediate state, and suffering of rebirth, actualize higher rebirth, where they meet perfect mind guru, and actualize full enlightenment right there. Also dedicate this collective merit to all those of others who are suffering from coronavirus, in any way, whatever way they are suffering, to be liberated from there. And may this world able to actualize the cure, complete cure, the vaccine, and everyone able to get back to normality. And that normality, that normal life, is a transformed life, from doing negativities, transform to perform only virtues, cultivate loving kindness and compassion, wisdom, and the world able to live with so much peace and happiness and virtues. May this collective merit be complete cause for all the world leaders to pacify their delusions and actualize, wisdom, love, and compassion, and also the leaders of communities, leaders of family, and yourself who leads your life, always equipped with the wisdom and love and kindness and compassion, so that anyone under their leadership can able to enjoy peace and happiness and virtue. Also dedicate this collective merit for all the good people, like His Holiness Dalai Lama, Gyabje Lama Sopa, all your spiritual gurus, and all your family members, and each and every one of yourself, to always enjoy perfect health, long life, um, uh, encounter all the conducive conditions, and fulfill all your aspirations accordingly. And dedicate this collective merit to all the spiritual organizations who take great responsibility to preserve the Buddha Dharma, which is a source of virtue, peace, and happiness of sentient being, like such as three great monasteries, Sera de Bunganden, and Tantric colleges, and all the different monastery institutions around the world from different traditions, and all the different Dharma organizations like FPMD organizations, all the Dharma centers. And this teaching, this series of Lojong teaching is organized by FPMD Australia, and specifically, we dedicate this collective merit for FPMD Australia, FPMD Australian centers, all the FPMD Australian team leaders like Peter, Stephanie, and all the center directors, ESCO members, SPCs, volunteers, always enjoy perfect health, long life, fulfill all their mundane and spiritual aspirations accordingly, and most importantly, able to live a life meaningfully by fulfilling the vast, great virtues, visions of His Holiness Dalai Lama, Gyabje Lama Sopa, Lama Yeshe, and all our spiritual gurus, and able to bring immense benefit, at least through our intention, to the rest of the numberless sentient beings, and in particularly to those who has a special karmic connection to the center and to the individual practitioners, from temporary happiness up to the ultimate happiness of full enlightenment. Yeah. And also dedicate to those who are suffering, those who are sick, those who are having financial problems, relationship problems, whatever problem they may have, through this collective merit, may all this problem to be cleared and actualize all their wishes accordingly. We also dedicate this merit to Geshe Jamba, Sister Kwang, Tony, Mr. Ha, Ochibat, and David, Chris Price, Julia Kwan, or Wang Chongru, and Thomas Chong Sen Shong, Dr. Lee, and anyone that you know that they are in trouble. Then anyone that who requested prayers from our most precious Guru Gyabje Lama Sopa Rinpoche, and there are also many other names that who no need to announce here, but requested prayer from me. So we dedicate this collective merit for each and every one of them. Okay, thank you very much. Chanjo semjo Rinpoche maje banam jejuji kewani ba me bayang kone kundo pebajo toni dawa Rinpoche maje banam jejuji kewani ba me bayang kone kundo pebajo remni dawa Rinpoche maje banam jejuji kewani ba me bayang kone kundo pebajo jabe bawoji da kemado kundo sambodeya desidi dedagonyi judo talo jawa deda damjera dongo do jebe jawa tamje dongo gala chudonga ba daje jebe zawa degonyi sambo chujera dongo waraje dona pande lame koze de kezo denze tabe sade tembe jindanga da losan jabe ten Jawarajo Karera Koviching on the Pendadewa Malijuin, Cheresewa, Tindijazo, Shabe Sede Bado, Tangurchi. Tobzo Jaji Jango Jave, the Jobe, Gozo, Chozo Gove, Lemetoba, Daso de Jaguando Shab de Show. Thank you very much. And all the practitioners and students from Russia, especially those of the students that who make these tatas. You have sent this to me. I have received it. I received it on the first day of Lhasa. So greatly appreciate it, and thank you so much for all the students in Russia. You also wrote a very amazing cards. Thank you. Spicy boy. Thank you very much. And you have expressed that how diligently many of you over there, receiving these Lojong teachings, and try to practice in your very best. And also very happy to hear that there's it is offering some benefit to some of you. So very happy. It's the best gift is that able to bring some benefit to each and every one of you. And similar goes to rest of the others that who feel there's some benefit from this series of teaching. So in fact, I received many emails, many messages that some of them that they are unable to attend, live during the session, but they never miss listening to the entire teaching throughout, and they express that it's very much like a lifeline for many of them. So therefore, this is a very meaningful thing. So thank you so much for each and every one of you, and especially thanks to Stephanie, the APMD Australia National Coordinator, and Peter, they are and the other SPCs and directors from other centers that who strongly encourage me, who strongly inspire me to have these teachings carry on. So the real appreciations goes to each and every one of them, and each and every one of you who feel that there's some benefit in there. So thank you so much. Spicy food. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.